MrMacRight presents 20 new games, which arrived on Mac computers in March of 2017. This month has seen so many amazing new games, which can be enjoyed by any type of gamer. Today's list consists of adventure games, action games, FPS games, point-and-click games, strategy games, and much more. Please note, some of these games require Apple's Metal framework. You can check to see if your Mac supports Metal by following my guide in the video description. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. Starting at number 20, we have OXENFREE. OXENFREE is a supernatural thriller on the Mac App Store. Join a group of friends who accidentally open a ghost rift. Players will have to deal with dangerous events, your troubling peers, and the threatening creatures you've unleashed against you. Number 19 is Streets of Rogue. This early access game is a fast-paced, top-down roguelite shooter that revolves around player choice. Unlike many other roguelites, Streets of Rogue adds free roam, experimentation, and emergent gameplay elements of RPGs. Number 18, we have COMA. COMA is a first-person adventure game that tells the story of a detective who explores a creepy village. Soon, he will find himself battling the elements to survive. When I played, it was apparent that COMA is a frightening, narrative-driven experience.
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
Number 17 is Future Unfolding. Let's all agree that the visuals of this game are breathtaking. So, what is it all about? Well, Future Unfolding is an action-adventure that is all about exploring. The goal is to solve mysteries and puzzles hidden in the landscapes. Number 16, we have Sim Airport. Mac computers have seen a great amount of awesome simulation games in its lifetime, and Sim Airport, an early access title, is a great new addition. Basically, the game has you designing buildings and managing an airport. Number 15 is Arma Cold War Assault, the Mac and Linux version. Great news, guys! Delivered 2 ported Arma Cold War Assault to Mac this month. This is a groundbreaking combat military simulation game that set a benchmark for future shooter games.
12 o'clock, soldier, 50. 4, waiting. 5 is down. Oh no, 8 is down. 6, target soldier.
Number 14, we have Codex of Victory. Codex of Victory is a new sci-fi, turn-based strategy game for macOS. This awesome game features a great story-driven campaign that has players in command of building and commanding a high-tech army of drone vehicles, tanks, and robots. Number 13 is Clone Drone, in the Danger Zone. This game looks strange, but it has a strong personality. This sword-fighting, third-person early access game has players surviving in arenas. You can cut off body parts with your sword in epic melee combat. Number 12, we have Bad Dream COMA. This is Bad Dream COMA, a point-and-click game. Travel through a surreal and disturbing dreamland where everything depends on your actions. It's also worth mentioning that you can't die in this game. Think about that. Number 11 is Memoranda. Memoranda is another point-and-click game that was released on the Mac App Store in March. It tells the story of a young woman who has forgotten her name and is also losing her memory. Number 10, we have Feria. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. If you're broke this month, well, good news. Feria is a free card game. So what does the game offer? Well, you'll battle your deck of cards, shape battlefields, and defeat your opponents in epic battles. Number 9 is Thimbleweed Park. Don't be put off by the retro art style of Thimbleweed Park. This adventure game features 5 characters who attempt to uncover the secrets of a strange town. When you develop the story, you'll start to notice strange things. Number 8, we have Narcosis. Narcosis is a survival horror game set in the depths of the Pacific Ocean. You'll come across the most frightening monsters you can fathom, and will have access to limited weapons, oxygen, and sanity. Number 7 is Beat Cop. Beat Cop is another retro pixel art adventure game on my list. Framed for murder, you must find out how to prove yourself as innocent. Beat Cop has a thick crime story, black humor, and much more. Number 6, we have the Dwarves Game. An awesome RPG game has dropped on the Mac App Store this month, which is the Dwarves Game. This is a fantastic role-playing game with a great story, challenging tactical real-time battles, and 15 playable heroes. Number 5 is Obduction. Obduction has been ported to Mac. This is an exploration experience and features remarkable landscapes, architecture, and environments. Please note, Obduction requires Apple's Metal framework. Check to see if your Mac supports Metal before purchasing.
Most are gone. There's just a few left here now. We're locking down as much as possible here.
Number 4, we have The Great Whale Road. The Great Whale Road is a turn-based strategy RPG with a heavy focus on a story-driven campaign. The game is set in an ancient world and has a digitally hand-drawn art design, colourful characters, a stunning soundtrack, and researched lore. Number 3 is Ballistic Overkill. Finally, an awesome new FPS game has come to Mac this year. Ballistic Overkill has gameplay mechanics that are easy to pick up and play, meaning this is the perfect shooter for casual or competitive gamers. Number 2, we have Day of Infamy. Day of Infamy has come out of early access and is now a full release. This is a World War II multiplayer shooter featuring fast, intense combat and awesome World War II guns. Day of Infamy creates an awesome experience for FPS lovers. And finally, number 1, we have The Witness. The Witness has been ported to Mac. In this game, you wake up on a strange island full of interactive puzzles. You must explore and solve these puzzles to find your way home. The Witness supports Apple's new engine, Metal, which should boost performance on newer Mac models. Be sure to check out the other videos below and consider supporting me on Patreon. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.